It looks a mess, so just ignore that.
Yes. Ready?
Hey y'all, I'm Kayla, aka Fit Mom's Blog. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. I am an urban gardener. I am growing in containers and vertical gardens. I created a renter-friendly garden because I rent my house, and whenever I move on to my next location, I really would like to take everything I have with me. So I basically made do out of the space that I have. So thank you so much for joining. Now let's do a garden tour. It is April of 2024. It is April 27th, and I wanted to give a garden tour. This garden tour has been highly requested on my TikTok. So here it is. We will do a full garden tour of everything that I have going on in the garden and how everything came about. So I started with a bunch of small pots just along the wall here, and a couple months ago I decided to completely expand the garden, and every week it just continues to grow. So let me show y'all what's going on here. Here in the very front I have some marigolds, a tomato plant I grew from seed that is a Brandywine pink, and then I have some green onions, some basil, and marigolds are really good. Basil and marigolds are a really good companion plant for tomatoes, so I have those scattered all throughout the garden, especially in the other spots where the tomatoes are. I have some chives here. This is a chive plant that survived from last year, and then I threw some chive seeds in here as well. Here, looks like I have some dill. This is some thyme that I planted, I want to say last like September. And then I have a green onion. Green onions are a great way to deter pests. So I purchased packs of green onions from Aldi, and I plant them all throughout my garden. Throughout the tour, you will hear my children in the back. I am a stay-at-home mom, so my kids are here. These are vertical planters that I purchased from Dollar Tree. I poked the holes out in the bottom for drainage, and I threw some herb seeds in here, but it looks like some other stuff is coming up. I did have radishes in here prior to this, so that's what looks like is coming up here. But I do have basil coming up here, more basil, and it just all looks like basil. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I threw some herb seeds in there. I have some flowers. This is some type of pepper plant. I don't know what it is. Grew it from seed, and it looked like a wildflower. Seeds got blown over here. The day I was planting wildflower seeds, the wind was blowing, so those seeds are probably all over the garden. Here, nothing popped up yet. I have sweet potatoes. I thoroughly enjoy sweet potatoes for their greens. I put them in fresh juice. I put them in salads, things like that. My tarantula is in here. Here I have carrots, marigolds, again, another tomato plant I grew from seed that is Virginia sweet. That is more marigolds, basil, and I think this is a cucumber plant, as well as more green onions. Here I have cucamelons. I've never even eaten a cucamelon. I've never even seen a cucamelon, but I'm excited to grow them and try them. Here I planted yellow watermelons. This is the only seed that I have noticed that has germinated. Something else is popping up in there. I'm not sure what it is, but it's definitely not cucumbers, or it's definitely not a watermelon, so we'll see. Here I have carrots, marigolds, green onions. These are some herbs that I planted. I pulled from them recently for a recipe, so they're pretty low, but I have oregano and parsley in here, and then all my cilantro is of course going to seed because it's too hot out here for cilantro. So it is providing a bunch of height and color to my garden, as well as attracting the pollinators, so we love that. This is a flower that keeps popping up in all my containers. I don't plant it. So that's what's called volunteer. It lets off this pretty purple flower, and it just pops up in all of my bags. This is sweet mint. Again, I recently pulled off of this a couple days ago to make some fresh juice. So you see other sprouts coming up, so that's exciting. Wildflowers here. This is the first bloom I have that looks like this out of my wildflower blend. I'm excited about that because I also see some more flowers coming up. Here in this bag, I threw a bunch of wildflower seeds in here. The middle is not really doing too hot, so looks like I have some sprouts in there. I think I threw something in there. Looks like a beet is coming up. So But yeah, there's that bag. Also have a lettuce plant. There was a bunch of aphid eggs in there, so I recently pulled those out and gave them to our lizard that's sitting over there. In here I had celery. I harvested all of it from my fresh juice, as well as chocolate mint and some more sweet mint from last year that popped back up. So all of that again is low because I juiced 2 days ago. So I have lettuce coming up in here, cilantro going to seed, and I have some green onions. Cilantro going to seed. I have sweet mint down in here. That's also from last year. And then there is some garlic. That's what this is. This is garlic that I planted a couple months ago. And then it looks like there's some wildflower seeds that blew into there when I was planting them. I have burgundy broccoli from here. My daughter and I kind of eat this just when we're in the garden, so this part's a little bare. But finally seeing a head coming through on this one. I don't know if it's going to focus that far in, but that's exciting. And I bought these as starts, and these are coming through very well. I think I might start harvesting some of the leaves. The leaves taste just like the broccoli, and they are absolutely delicious. I planted some purple carrots in this bag, so we have some sprouts, so that's really exciting. Moving on, this is my bean and pea TP. I'm mainly growing this for the navy beans, which are the lighter colored greens, and then the darker color leaves will be bush beans. And then I have peas growing here. Also have some flowers coming up. I wanted to attract the pollinators to this portion of my garden as well, because the flowers do need to be pollinated. So there's some random flowers coming up in these containers. Switching to the other side, I have romaine. I bought these as starts from my local nursery. And then, like I said, I have the green onions sprawled all over the garden to help deter the harmful pests. So here I have another Virginia sweet tomato that I started from seed, and more marigolds, rosemary, marigolds. Here I have more marigolds, basil, some purple basil, and then I lost... Oh, this is Sweet 100. This is Sweet 100. I purchased this from my local nursery. This is a tomato plant I also started from seed. I accidentally broke it, so it's like coming back to life. That's why this new stem is here, and this stem looks like this. That's a Rosso Sicilian. Of course, got basil and marigolds and green onions in there. This is another bean plant that I am attempting to put together. I have lizards. I am in zone 7. I live in about 50 minutes out of Charlotte, North Carolina. So I don't know. I never seen these lizards before. I have to look them up. I will put them on the screen of what kind of lizards they are. But they've been eating these. That's what these little bites are coming out of the leaves. They've been eating the leaves, the lizards. They have also been eating my blueberries. So I actually rearranged a lot of stuff in my garden the other day to see if that helps, because it seems like they only run along the lines here of my house, which is interesting because they're not messing with these. They like walk right past them, and they were going down there. That's where the beans were initially. So I moved them over here. Hopefully that makes a difference. This bag is solely green onions. I planted these green onions from Aldi like 8 or 9 months ago, and they're going to flower. So once they go to seed, I will be chaos planting those seeds throughout the garden. And then there's a little bit of wildflower mixed down there. I also have a lettuce plant, but these are going to seed, so I will definitely be using this bag for something else here soon. Here I have carrots and butter crunch lettuce. I have, I think this is either lacinato. I think it's lacinato kale. For some reason, I don't know if I'm not giving these kale plants enough space, but I have not had success with these kale plants. I would like for these to get big and beautiful, but they're not. So I also have a few carrots, and here it looks like some wildflower seeds. This looks like a broccoli plant. So I don't know what's going on there, but this vertical garden, I need to rip everything out, redo it. It looks a mess, so just ignore that. I got these celosas, these beautiful celosas from Lowe's the other day. They were only $4. I got 2 packs of them. The other one's on the other side of the garden. I got these daisies. They're my only set of daisies. I think I'm going to continue adding daisies in because they're just so pretty, so cute. This is a snapdragon. Beautiful, beautiful flower. I just deadheaded everything this morning, so these are looking good. Another vertical garden I have some herbs in there, some wildflower seeds at the bottom. And I just took everything out of the top because the top wasn't doing anything. And I added these beautiful marigolds. I love marigolds. They attract the wasp. And we need the wasp especially for the pepper and tomato plants. So very happy about the marigolds. I like their color, their shape, everything that they bring to the garden, especially the different varieties. The flowers are those shapes. And then we have these. These smell amazing. I have these in yellow and orange. So yeah, I really love these marigolds. Moving on. Here I planted some chamomile. I've also heard people call them chamomile, so I don't know how to say it exactly. But I drink chamomile tea, and then I planted marigolds. And then, like I said, we did hit some marigolds. So most of them I saved and put in a bag inside. The rest I let my daughter walk around and chaos plant the seeds. So that's some of the seeds from the dead hits from earlier. I have a strawberry plant in here, which I impulsively placed in here. So I purchased this little cage from Dollar Tree. I cut a hole in the bottom and I kind of smashed it down just so that the strawberries weren't touching the dirt, because they're more susceptible to disease if the strawberries are touching the dirt. So I did it like that. More celosas. I purchased these from Walmart. They had these in a pack of 4 for I think $3. Smaller than the ones that I just previously showed y'all, but this one is bigger than it used to be, so hopefully it'll get big like the other ones, because they started off pretty much like this. And this I accidentally this one I accidentally pulled out the dirt and I placed back in the dirt, so it looks like it's okay. I think these are called dianthus. Also purchased these from Walmart, and a lot of my strawberry plants are from Walmart as well. I think only these ones and 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are from Lowe's. The rest of them were from Walmart because they were $3, and when I got them from Lowe's they were like $6. I have sweet potatoes in here, but this again probably wildflower blend because the wind was blowing. This is my blueberry plant. I just got this blueberry plant recently. I've only gotten 2 ripe strawberries or blueberries off of here recently, but it looks like some are coming to be ripe, so that's exciting. More sweet potatoes. This is rosemary. We planted some marigold seeds in here. This is another vertical garden. I don't even know what these flowers are called, but they're just absolutely beautiful. Purple is my favorite color, so if I can add purple to the garden, I certainly will. More marigolds, again, because I have all my tomatoes right here, so I have to have a bunch of marigolds going on. And then down here, I have a lot of lettuce and spinach. Switching back over, coming back over here. These vertical gardens I purchased impulsively from Amazon at the end of like August, before I started getting these, because these were out of season when I wanted them. So I just purchased these, which these 2 together were $50. I will never buy these again. They don't have good drainage. I haven't had any success with anything in them. The only thing that did okay was that parsley, and now it's bolting. So I took everything out of the top of this and put some wildflower seeds in here. See, I planted those on 331. So we're starting to get some sprouts, but the rest of it, nothing seems to thrive. So looks like I have dill down there that I planted 215, not doing nothing. So yeah, who knows. Here I planted some honeydew. It looks like we finally got a sprout. My daughter chose these when we were at the nursery the other day. I don't know what they're called, but they're beautiful. Yeah, that one smells really good. This is a cabbage I've had for a really long time. It's never gotten any bigger. I had 2 that haven't gotten any bigger, so honestly, if nothing happens in the next couple weeks, I will be tearing this up and placing something else in there, maybe another pepper plant. I have cinder blocks here mainly because my trellis was supposed to be about right here, and it ended up not working out like that. I didn't think about how I needed to hammer the T-post into the ground, so I ended up just putting the trellis back there. So I was like, okay, I have the cinder blocks. I already purchased them, brought them home. Let me use them for something. I had these containers, again, impulsive buy. I was trying to figure out some type of ways to do a vertical garden. I like put holes in these and tried to zip tie them together. Total and complete mess. So I ended up just putting them away, not using them. I got them for $1 each at Aldi's. So I was like, okay, let me use those planters that I have. So I lined up all the cinder blocks up under here, and then I put a few here, and I'm like, okay, my main goal for the garden was to have different heights, textures, and colors going on. That's why I have so many different things in different places, because I just wanted the colors to kind of be mixed up and, you know, organized but not organized. That's why I have so many different colors and different things and different textures and stuff, and I'm continuously reorganizing it. Like just the other day, this was sitting over here, so I placed a grow bag here. We have rosemary in here, and I think there's some wildflower seeds in there, as well as some basil. That is Red Cells lettuce. I absolutely love that lettuce. I haven't been able to find much of it. If I could, I would be growing a lot more of it. I'm actually going to try to purchase some seeds, because I do have a small, what I call a miniature lettuce farm in my garage. I'm trying to grow a bunch of lettuce in the garage because it will be too hot for the lettuce here soon. So yeah, this bag is here, and then I threw a bunch of flower seeds all in here. And when I purchase flowers, I do like to put them in there. That's rosemary I'm trying to grow from seed. It looks a hot mess. I gave it some fertilizer the other day, so we'll see if there's any difference in that. Other than that, I think that's a marigold seed, and it looks like lettuce, but I don't even remember putting lettuce in there. So again, planting seeds while the wind is blowing is probably the craziest thing you could do. So that looks like more marigolds coming up in there. This is sage. I don't even remember putting sage in there. These are marigolds. I do remember putting the marigolds in there. I have a bunch of pansies that lasted. Those came out of smaller pots. My kids picked those last season, and they're still doing good, so I'm happy to see that. I don't know what those are called, but I recently purchased those when I was at the nursery. Again, I was trying to pick out some flowers that I don't have. I have like 40 or 50 marigold plants, and I'm like, okay, I need to add some different colors, some different textures, shapes to the garden. So I've been picking up flowers that I don't already have. So I did get 2 of those, and like I said, these purple ones. I also got these, and I got these mainly because I saw bees on them when I was at the nursery, and I was like, okay, I need something that the bees are attracted to. So that's my main thing. Like, I like flowers, but I want to get the flowers that the bees are attracted to, because I want the pollinators in my garden. So I have been seeing a lot of bees, mainly on my blueberry plants. This is my other blueberry plant. I've had this one, this is since last year, and when I got it, it was the end of the season, so it was starting to go dormant. I do think I need to prune this, so I need to learn how to prune this. If you have any suggestions on how to prune a blueberry plant, please comment below. I had some arugula in here starting to go to flower, so that's exciting. I can get some seeds from that. I do have like a bunch of random lettuce and stuff, and I get a lot of these mushrooms. So if y'all know what these are or what I can do with them, if they're good or bad, please comment below, let me know, because I'm pulling these out of my plants pretty much daily. So yeah, that's my other blueberry plant. I have sweet banana peppers in here. I have 2, so those are looking nice. I have these flowers, more marigolds, and what is this? Oh, these are these flowers, yeah, and green onions, of course. And then this is the other sweet banana pepper plant. It came in a pack of 3, so this is the 3rd one. Rosemary, marigolds, more green onions, and more of those flowers. I think those are the white dianthus. I might be wrong. Lavender here. This is my first time having lavender in the garden, which I'm very excited about, because I would like to harvest these. I use lavender in tea. So yeah, I'm really excited for the lavender. You see, we got a couple heads, and these ones are already bloomed. These smell amazing. My son is always over here with his face in them, smelling them. And my daughter put some marigold seed. Even just me touching them, they're fragrant. I can smell them. So they're beautiful smell. My daughter put marigold seeds in here too. And then this is another like lettuce tower. I have a bunch of, I pulled off of it when I made juice the other day in a salad, but I have sage in here. I have, looks like some romaine trying to grow from underneath there. Some spinach. I think there's like rainbow chard and stuff, but it doesn't have enough space, so it's stunted its growth. Spinach. There's some more sage back there. And the spinach has been doing well in here. I've been picking it pretty often, so that's exciting. And then I have basil seeds coming up. On to My trellis, I built this trellis. These are cattle panels that I got from Lowe's, but if you want to get a cattle panel, I suggest you get the ones with the rectangle squares, and it's more sturdy from Tractor Supply. I think it's like $25, but this was $23 for each. I think it'll be fine for me, but if it needs some reinforcement, I will be going to purchase the one from Tractor Supply, which I might go purchase it to put it on this the rest of the space I have here. But these are my tomatoes. This is another Sweet 100. I caught a steal at my local nursery. They had a lot of big plants for $3. So this is one of my $3 plants. I actually have some tomatoes coming in on here, which is exciting. More flowers. So this plant will be producing some fruit here soon. When I planted these, I put egg, bone meal, earthworm castings, and tomato fertilizer in the hole for all of them. And then also have basil in here, and then marigolds, green onions, and the flowers. So this is a San Marzano that I grew from seed. I have purple basil in here, green onions, looks like there's some wildflowers in here, and more marigolds, of course. This is a German Johnson. Recently found this one again for $3. I used all the same things in the hole for this, and I also went through and fertilized everything with Garden Tone just yesterday. So I've given them lots of nutrients, so hopefully they will take off. This one, I don't have a label on it. I think it's a Big Beef. Yeah, it's a Big Beef. It had a lot of yellowing leaves, so I actually removed the leaves from it earlier today. You can see the bottom doesn't have any leaves. The leaves were yellowing, and that was the main reason I went through and fertilized everything, because I wanted to fertilize this plant. This was one of my $3 plants. I don't know what's going on, but we'll see. It does have some flowers that it looks like it's about to come in, so hopefully I can save this plant. So let me finish the other side of my trellis before I make it my way through here. German Johnson, and then this is another Big Beef. I got mostly Big Beefs, some Sweet 100s, and then this is the only other German Johnson. Then I have some Marzano and Virginia Sweet. So those are the varieties of tomatoes I have. I also have a Tomatillo here. So I've never had tomatillos. I'm excited to have that again with all the same companion plants, as well as this Sweet 100. And I have them all pinned to the trellis. I purchased these pins from Dollar Tree. I think there was like 20 in the pack for the $1.25. So I bought like 4 packs. Perfect for training your plants up your trellis, or if you have stakes or something. Also use them over there for the bean plants. So just perfect for, and then when you transplant basil, I like to separate my basil and make a bunch of different plants out of it. So I'll clip it to something else, kind of give it support, because it was leaning when I first purchased it, but now look, like it doesn't even need the clip. It's standing up beautifully. So those clips go a long way for $1.25. This is a Big Beef plant. I have a nice sized tomato on here. That was on there when I purchased the plant, and then we have these 2 tomatoes coming in, as well as that one. So the top of this plant has been looking pretty sad, so hopefully the fertilizer and stuff will work. But I'm honestly considering moving these plants because I want to make sure they get enough sun. I don't want the ones on the other side to shade them too much, so I honestly might be moving these 3 tomato plants so that they're not shaded too much. I have some stuff on the other side, so I'm considering reorganizing everything just to make sure everything's getting adequate sun. And then this, I think, is a Big Beef. I don't see a label in this one, but I think this one is a Big Beef too. So again, all these plants was $3. So hopefully I get success out of all of them. This is another Big Beef, I believe. Looking good. I think it has, or I think this is a Sweet 100. Couple tomatoes on here, so that's nice. And then over here is another Sweet 100. There's a few tomatoes on here. This actually looks different than it looked yesterday, so that's exciting to see. And then it has 4 little ones coming in, so I'm really excited to be getting my tomatoes here. And this is my vertical garden. So I have the smaller ones stacked up throughout the garden, and then I have these 6 back here. I will explain all of those, so I will show y'all these real quick. I have a I don't know what kind of tomato that is, honestly. There's no label, and that label is not for that. It's for a pepper that was in there that isn't anymore. So, that's another Sweet 100 lettuce. Kale, I'm trying to grow from seed, which isn't obviously not working. And then this is a golden bell pepper plant here with basil and all the companion plants. And then over here, I have cucumber, pepper, zucchini plants, rosemary, companion plants, another tomato plant, more cucumbers over there, green onions, companion plants, another big beef there, rosemary. So I got a lot of herbs and flowers throughout the garden. The flowers to attract the predatory pests like the wasp, and then the herbs to deter the harmful pests, and as well as the onions to deter the harmful pests. Over here, I threw a bunch of wildflower seeds in here probably 2.5 months ago. So this is looking big, like lots of foliage. There's also beets growing in there. So I thought there was a point where you can kind of see the beets, but beets are growing in here. So that's exciting. And then these flowers, it's just nice to see some, even if they're little flowers like this, growing some flowers from seed, especially since I didn't have all of this stuff. It hasn't even been a year since I've been gardening like this. So it's just exciting. More Celosas. I really like how these look and how these feel. Cauliflower here. I have a head of cauliflower coming in here, which is shocking because this is the smallest one. I think it's trying to hurry up and produce. And these other ones may just produce better heads. So I don't know. We'll see. But this is the biggest one, medium one, small one. This is broccoli I planted from seed. Just actually planted that before I put these starts in here that I purchased from the nursery. But that's because I didn't think that these would be successful. So we'll see what happens. That's more wildflowers, more wildflowers. I just wanted to have a bunch of flowers. So let's move on to the vertical gardens.
I eat the red strawberry.
Yeah, so my kids want to eat the strawberries. Just one for each of y'all, okay? Here. So I have these little bags. I use them to cover up the strawberries because it helps keep some of the bugs out. And the birds, I have a bird problem. That's why I have forks here. The forks, you just kind of see the birds was making nests in the vertical garden spaces. So I had to find a way to keep the birds out, and that is where my scarecrows come in. These are my Barbie scarecrows. They have cheesecloth dresses, and they are working. I just do not have a Barbie in this one, so that's the reason that I have the forks. But I will be purchasing more when I head over to Dollar Tree to get a few things this week. I will be getting some Barbies and putting them in cheesecloth. In this vertical garden, I have strawberries, flowers, and lettuce. I mainly planted the lettuce on this side because this side gets the shade. The sun usually comes up around my garden and goes this way. As you can see, sun's going down over here. So I put the lettuce on this side. I think I have lettuce on the other side. Just one, which it's doing okay. But yep, flowers to attract the pollinators, and then the leaves that look like this are the strawberries. These ones I picked all the flowers off from when I first purchased them, so they're just now starting to go to flower and give me some strawberries. So my kids usually get the strawberries as soon as they're ripe. But yeah, I have this on a T-post, and I purchased these from Dollar Tree. I cut a hole through the middle and slid them right on and filled them with dirt and filled them with plants. Same here. This one is mostly herbs and greens. I have more red Cells lettuce, dill. I picked from the dill to cook the other day. I have morning glories growing from seed, and then I have other flowers down there growing from seed that I purchased from Dollar Tree. And I have my scarecrow. This one, more herbs, more flowers, more strawberries. Strawberries from seed, or strawberries that you grow, they taste way different. They're softer. I feel like they melt in your mouth. Like, they're sweet. I don't typically like strawberries that I purchase from the store, mainly because I feel like they're bitter. But all my strawberries that I've grown, I love them so much. My kids too. So this is a strawberry plant. This strawberries, little red. So strawberries. More flowers. I have some herbs in here, flowers from seed. Just random plant. I don't even know what it's called. I just purchased it because it was something different again. So I have my scarecrows. This one is especially scary with his hair. So I had their arms up kind of like to mimic people, like trying to shoo away the birds. So, scarecrows. I have curly kale in this one, basil, romaine lettuce, and then other lettuces. I think that there's butter crunch in that one as well. So more strawberries, more scarecrows, more celosas, flowers that attract the pollinators. I had got these yellow and purple ones. I know y'all saw them over there in that vertical garden as well. I got these purple ones and the yellow ones, both packs of 12 for $7 on clearance at Lowe's. So I was happy to find those because it was basically like getting them half off. So I got a lot of flowers and I planted them, and I really like them in these vertical gardens. Gardening has given me a love for flowers that I didn't have before. I always liked to have roses in my house, like on my counter. But now that I have flowers out in my garden, I just have a newfound love for the colors and the textures and seeing the different color butterflies. I've been seeing butterflies in my garden that I've never ever seen in my life. I saw a green, like a kind of like a neon green butterfly. Never seen one like that before in my life. So I've just been getting to see so many different things. So that's been awesome as far as gardening. But yeah, that is my garden tour. I really hope you enjoyed it. I post a lot of shorts on my page, but I will be getting into posting more videos like this, just explaining things, showing how I did things, and giving a lot of the tips that I learned from other people that I implement into my garden that help me. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and see y'all. Thanks, guys.